Hi there, we're out here to show you our new bucket grapple. A couple features we want to go over with you on it. The first thing is it's got a electric actuated hydraulic cylinder, and what that means is it's an actual hydraulic cylinder that is run by electric, so there are no hoses to hook up to your hydraulics. There's no diverters to get, nothing else that you need besides what comes with it. So simply bolt that on. One thing to note is when you do hook it on, this could go upside down or straight or up like it is. You want to make sure this side up is up, because there is hydraulic fluid in there and it will not work correctly if it is the other way. Simply when you put this together, you'll simply put the hydraulic cylinder in here, put these two screws in. Down here, this nut will not be on here, obviously. You'll put that nut on, put that through, put the pin through there. That will be set up like that. And then the other couple features we want to show you is, first of all, because there is no hydraulics, it simply is ran by a switch on the dashboard. If you do not have an area to put it in the dashboard, the wiring harness will also come with a box here. You can, in a bracket, you can simply mount anywhere you want. Simply hit the bucket up, picks the bucket up, down, lets the bucket down, up. Very simple. The install is pretty self-explanatory. If you can install an ATV winch, you could probably install this. It'll come with a full wiring harness. We'll have a plug here. We'll also have a plug on this end, so you can leave the wiring harness on if you choose to take the grapple off, or you can take your whole front loader off and still leave the wiring harness connected, because you can disconnect it here and up here and leave the wiring on your arm here. There is very simple hookup. It'll come with a 12 gauge wire going to the hot, one for positive, one for negative. This is actually a self-resetting fuse. In other words, you won't have to replace any fuses. If you hold the button down too long and it blows a fuse, simply wait 20 seconds, it'll reset itself, and you're good to go again. What we did want to point out is you've got laser cut teeth all the way around here, along here, and also in the front. The teeth on the side will allow you to pull up to either brush like we did, or a longer log, depending on the size of your tractor, how big you can pick up. Definitely check the lifting, maximum lifting capabilities for your tractor. You pull up against the log, these will grip onto the log. Another added feature is this cutout here in the front. If you can see the contour there, if you can picture a long log this way, you're in a trail, you want to drag it out to where you can drag it, where you can get at it, you can cut it, whatever you want to do. If you can picture the log going up in here, drive your bucket underneath it, clamp this down. This contour and teeth will capture the top side of that log, allowing you to pull the log, or you can push the log a little bit, but for the most part pull it, and give an added feature of clearing out trails, clearing out your woods, whatever you're doing that day. Removing your bucket thumb, obviously we not want to have it on there all the time. There's a lot of cases when you don't want it. Very simple. Simply unscrew the thumb screw, unhook your wire here. You'll want to zip tie this up out of the way, or whatever you choose to do with it. Another thumb screw on this side. Simply do that, and you're back to your original bucket. Very simple. A couple features we'll show you for installation. There will be some holes you have to drill in your bucket. Easiest way to do that, every bucket configuration is obviously just a little bit different. We put holes here for adjusting. Easiest way to do it, line it up where it needs to be. Use a C-clamp, clamp it on there. Start with the middle holes. By doing that, what you're going to do is allow yourself for any adjustment up and down without drilling extra holes. So in other words, this may have been up a ½ inch the first time we put it on, moved it down to where it needs to be, put these screws in. After everything's all set in place, we went ahead and drilled these last two screw holes. Once that's on there, wiring harness is very simple. Like I said, you'll hook that all up, run it to your battery, run it up to your dashboard. Because all buckets are different sizes, we made this fit different size buckets. This one here is, I think, a 48 wide bucket. This tube will come 60 inches wide. What you will do is you will cut it down to whatever length your bucket is. Recommend cutting it after you've installed it once and see where it fits. If you don't, you may cut it too short and you'll be buying a new tube. Put the cap on there when you're done. Cap it all off. Keep the sharp edges in there. Simply put it back in. Slide forward. Screw her back down. Give it a good crank. You may want to use a regular nut on there if you want to use a wrench. That'd be up to you. Simply hook your wires back up. And back in business.